Happy Sunday, Stampers and Paper Crafters. This is Facebook Live number 372. My name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. Tonight, I have another super cute card for you. Yesterday, I went live Saturday, and it was a really cute card as well. So Stampin' Up! Is coming out really cute stuff, and your wish list is just going to be big. So I'm going to put you down at the table in just a second. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away, and I will let you know when I am done messing around with the camera. All right, so hold on. So hopefully everybody had a great weekend so far. And all right, here I'm on. Boy, I really tightened that puppy up. All right, so here we go. Swing. Ooh, that one now just got stuck. Okay, let's see if we could do this. So yesterday I did a Facebook Live, and I showed one of the cards that I will be using at the event coming up February 22nd. And I will show that again tonight. All right, so let's get this situated. Squished in a little bit. Oh, okay, I think I'm good. All right, so let's move this a little bit closer towards me. It seems to be a little, let's see if I can move the phone that way. And then, okay, I think it's good. I think it's good. Let's move it this way. There we go. I think that's good. All right, so again, my name is Joy Borwedge. I have an Instagram page at Stampin' for Joy. My online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net, and you can use the host code 6KKKHK9R if you place an order in my online store under $150. If your order is over $150, do not use that host code because I want you to receive the hostess benefits while they are available. penguinz33@outlook.com is my email address so that you can request. Oops, I just dropped one of them. All right, so you can request the annual catalog, and that goes through the end of April. And I'm gonna unsquish. There we go. A little bit more so we could see that better. There we go. And currently, the holiday mini catalog is, a lot of the products are being put on the last chance list. And what that means is that product will no longer be moving forward in another location, be it, hi, Sherry, welcome. So the products in here, if they're moving over, they'll either move over to another publication or they will move over to the online store. Now, they will be put on, if they're not doing that, they're going to be put on the last chance list. And once that last chance list, that product is sold out, then it will be moved to the discontinued list, and that means it will no longer be available again. So that's kind of a new thing. So if there's anything from the mini catalog that you're interested in getting, a lot of it's on sale. So get it while you still can. And if you, and I still have yet to purchase them, but if you're interested in getting a spring mini catalog, that's coming up. It starts January 7th. And the Sale-A-Bration catalog, that again starts January 7th. And so what happens is for every $60 you purchase between this mini catalog, the online store, and the annual catalog, you get to pick something out for free in this Sale-A-Bration brochure. And we're going to be actually using some of those products tonight. So I will give you, Rita, hi, welcome. So I'm going to give you kind of a little sneak peek. Now today, we are going to be using the terrific Toadstools. And that is a super cute suite. Now, I mentioned that yesterday on the video, I actually gave a little hint to one of the cards that we'll be making at the event coming up February 27th. I don't think that it's available. Hi, Pauline, welcome. I don't think the registration is available yet, but this is the card. And yes, this part right here is super cute, but it's a fun fold. And this part here is not what I'm really calling the fun fold part. So you're going to have to come to the event in February to see what this card looks like. For the rest of it, I'm teasing. Yes, I am. All right. So tonight's card, we are going to be using, let's see, I'll take that out. We're going to be using the terrific Toadstools. Now, this is actually a bundle. Whoops, wrong thing. It's a bundle with a punch. And so this is pretty cool. And what this piece here, okay, I moved my camera so I can't see some of my screen. So it's I can't see if this is, let's move this over here. Yes, this bundle is super cute. So there we go. It's not, I hope you could see that. It's not glaring. This one right here punches out this one. And then this piece right here punches out this one. And this stem actually punches out. So you could get whatever color stem, put it in there, and that would punch out. Now this is available January 7th in my online store. Now this cute bundle is going to be making its card tonight, but I'm also going to be having a stamp camp coming in January. I haven't figured out the notes yet, but I certainly made up a cute card using the stamp set. All right, we're also going to be using Choose Happy, and we're going to be using Stylish Shapes. Now this one is in the annual catalog as well as this one, and so you are available to purchase these right now in my online store. All right, so that is what we're using. Now the designer series paper that we're going to be using tonight is not anything you can purchase. This is something that you could select as a free item come January 7th when you have an order in my online store of $60 or more. So for every $60 you spend, you get to pick out something for free. And one of them is this Toadstool Gardens. And it's a designer series paper, and it's a 6x6, and you get 48 sheets. And so the colors that we're playing with are Early Espresso. Boy, I cannot speak. Early Espresso, Fresh Freesia, Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo, Poppy Parade, and Pumpkin Pie. So these are the main colors of this two-sided designer series paper, and it is just a lot of fun. And the other thing that we're playing with tonight, I'm going to take it out of the packaging so you could see it better, is it's called the Purple Adhesive Backed Sequins. And these are kind of a pinky hue. This is kind of a white with a little, kind of like opalescent, like kind of like pearls. And then this here is pretty close to Fresh Freesia. And I would say that this here would be a very pretty, I think Melon Mambo. I think Melon Mambo would do really well with that. Lynn, my sister's watching. Hi, sweetie. Okay, so let me show you the card that we're going to actually make tonight. And like I said, it is super cute. And there is Winkastella on the Toadstools. Now, I do not know what the difference is between a toadstool and a mushroom. I think probably one is more cuter than the other, so that's why it's a toadstool and not a mushroom. Okay, so this is the card we're making tonight, and let me show you what we're going to be using. And so we have a piece of Melon Mambo. It's a scrap. Basic white. It's a piece of scrap. Thank you very much, Pauline. This is a piece of Granny Apple Green, and it is 3 3¾ by 2. Now, the reason why I do this is because once you purchase this bundle, you might want to come back and recreate it. So now you have all the measurements to get it, and so you don't have to sit there and look at it and figure it out. Basic white, it is a 2 3/4 square. This is a piece of early espresso, and again, it is a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 square. Let me see if I'm going to turn the lights on better. All right, piece of designer series paper. It's a 4 by 1 inch, and that's the back side. This side reminds me of the Petri dish in biology that we got to play with when we were learning about organisms under the microscope. Sorry. This is a piece of the designer series paper. It is 2 by 5, and that's the back side. And this is going to be our card, and it is 8 by 5 1/4, and I scored it at 4. So that's going to be our card base. And this is the back side. So this is 4 by 5½. Sorry, 4 1/4 by 5½. So it's a quarter sheet of cardstock. All right, so I'm just going to let this sit here. So then that way you can see all the measurements and get them ready. So when you do place your order in my online store, January 7th, and then you get your free product, then you can come back, pause it, get everything cut, and then you can make this card, and you can make several of them with this designer series paper, or as many cards as you want. All right, so let's get going. Okay, so we're just going to pull those off. Missed one. There we go. Okay, so we're going to actually stamp first because we're going to have to punch stuff out, and then we're going to do some die cutting with the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. And so we're going to do that. We don't need to do anything with these for now, so I'm just trying to get my thoughts organized. So we're going to stamp on this, and then we're going to cut that and stamp on that. Okay, so now I am going to grab my Stampin' Pearson mat, and let's see. Reason why it might seem like I'm a little out of sorts is because I've been doing different cards and designing. So I just want to make sure that I am doing what this card is and not what the card is that I previously designed. So, okay, let's see. We are going to be using Early Espresso ink, Pumpkin Pie ink, Melon Mambo, Poppy Parade, and Granny Apple Green. So those are our ink pads. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of move these out of my way. And I have a Post-it note that I am going to use in this card. And I just want to make sure that I am not going to go over the line when I make this card. I mean, I guess I could, but it doesn't matter. All right, so this is going to be our mound that we're going to be using. Now, we're only going to be doing a partial mound. And I just inked some of my block. Just wipe it on my pants, and because we don't care. I'm just going to let that sit for a second, and there we go. And we have our partial mound. Now, we are going to... I kind of want to stamp after I die cut this. Well, let's just stamp it. And if I don't like it, then we'll make a new one. All right. So there we go. And I don't mind that the color is variegated, because since when is grass all the same color? Okay, so that goes there. And then we are going to stamp our... Trying to get my thoughts organized so I do it in the proper order, because otherwise I'll get mixed up. And I mean, we're using a lot of the stamp set actually in this design, and I'm going to have everything sitting here so I can grab them. Okay, so we're going to use the early espresso. Come on. I'm going to move that over. And we're going to do Poppin' Up to Say Hi in our early espresso. All right, and then we're going to put that right down on here. I'm just going to allow that ink to transfer. And, I mean, how cute is that? All right, so then that's our greeting. So we'll wash those off in just a moment. Now, this is going to be also our colors for our stems. So the first stem that we're going to do is, where's the big stem? And I have that right here. So the big stem is going to go kind of right there. Okay. And then we're going to do a little stem in the early espresso. And that one's going to go about right there. And then we're going to do this one. And that is just going to kind of squiggle up like that. Now, I am going to put this on here. So I want to make sure, yep, they're all well within my frame. So I am doing it right. And then we're going to get our mound on the inside going. So early espresso right there. And the little guy right there. Okay. Then we are going to close that up for now. And then we're going to stamp in Poppy Parade, the big one. Now this one's going to get cut out by the punch. So we're going to stamp that, ink it up right there. Okay. And then this one is going to go, let's see, this one is going to go in Pumpkin Pie. Now I'm actually going to punch this one out right now, because then I'm not in any danger of, put my toadstool away. So this is where our toadstool is going to go. We're doing it upside down. And Now, normally with our punches, it leaves kind of a shadow all the way around. Well, not this time. It cuts it directly on it. So, I mean, look at that. Very cute. Okay, so then now we need to punch, or sorry, we need to ink up. Now we're done with that punch. So we're going to grab our pumpkin pie, and we're just grabbed all these colors based upon the designer series paper. Now we're going to just take that one, and we're going to fussy cut this one out. But we're also going to use this one on the inside. And that is going to go right there. Okay. And so then we are going to grab the Melon Mambo. That's a really bright pink. And we're going to do the 3. I actually think this is my favorite one. Because I just think they're so flippin' cute. All right. I mean, look at that. I mean, how sweet is that? Okay. Then we're going to do the same thing to this one. I'm trying to see through it through, you know, having a camera in my face. So, okay. Then let's see here. So we're going to cut that one out. We've already punched this one out. Let's see what else we're going to do. I think we're going to do our greeting, because this way, if we make a mistake, we can flip it over. And so we're going to do, let's see here. I did this in early espresso in my original card, the Happy. And because I want the early espresso of the stems to kind of have another place. And so I want to kind of bring the front of the card to the inside of the card. So I'm going to stamp Happy. And this is from, whoa, I just smacked that stamp right off my table. And luckily it's on a block so I can know where it's going. All right, so then now, because this is going to say just popping up to say hi. So then, oh, happy day is going to be the greeting on the inside. So the card, so far we've used the green, the orange, and the pink. So we don't have anything representing Poppy Parade on the inside. So we're going to do the Oh Happy. Now, because these words are so tiny, what I did is I placed them on the outside of Happy, and then I just need one stamp, or I mean one block, and I put those on there. And I mean, how cute. All right, so then we are done with the inside of the card, except for the fact that we need to put Winkostella on there, but that's the last thing that we do. Okay, so I think we can get rid of all these ink pads. Because I have an issue with so many things all around, I can't see anything. So now I am going to get rid of the Stampin' Pearson mat, because I've already I already stamped up. Now I'm actually going to just take a second here, because these are new stamps, and I've only made 2 cards with them, and the color is a really pretty color of the ink of the photopolymer, but you can still see through it. So it's going to be a well-loved stamp set, and I sure hope this one moves over once the new catalog comes out. This would be so cute for the summertime. Okay, now while we're talking about the new catalog coming out, don't forget the colors. Boho Blue, Copper Clay, Moody Mauve, Pebbled Path, and Wild Wheat. Those are the end colors that are going to be retired, or put on, I should say, the last chance list. Because every 2 years, Stampin' Up!, come on, clean. Stampin' Up! Comes out with every 2 years they come out with a new family of ink colors, because it's the trend and what is happening in the world of fashion. Stampin' Up! Is really, really good at predicting the trends and seeing where things go. And our ink pads and our colors of our cardstock reflect that. And so I'm really happy to see that happening. Okay, so I am going to take this one here, and now this is, I'm going to get this really close, and that's perfect. Okay, so that's ready to go. That is going to go in my bin for Melamambo, because I keep my retired stuff. Now this one here, yeah, you're going to miss them too. I have to say that out of all the colors I've used the most is Wild Wheat. And that was the color that everybody really did not like once they came out. But I loved Pebble Path a lot, and the Wild Wheat. That is a really nice gold color. Now I'm going to use my glass mat, and I'm going to make a banner. So this one I'm going to go up. Okay, so I put this in between the 7 and the 9. So I know that this line here is my middle, and I'm going to go up 2 blocks, which is a 1/4 inch. And so I'm gonna make a banner on this one, and I'm just gonna grab my paper snips. Now if you don't have the glass mat is available in my online store for $60. And if you get one, that automatically gets you, once January 7th comes around, a Sale-A-Bration product for free. All right, and so now I have my banner, and that's just me using the Take Your Pick tool and poking a hole in the cardstock, and it didn't damage my glass mat. All right, so now that we're done with that, then we're going to take this piece and we're going to trim it out. Now I am just going to make it smaller for me, and then I can use this in something else. If I make a boo-boo, I can stamp another one. But because the punches out directly, I'm going to stand this way so I have no shadow. And I'm moving my paper around as I cut. I'm leaving my scissors straight. I'm not moving my scissors around. And then just twisting and cutting directly on the pumpkin pie, because the punch cuts out directly, doesn't leave that little bubble around the toadstool. And there we go. So then now that went pretty well. I see a little bit of white right there. So I'm going to take my pumpkin pie marker, and I'm going to use the brush tip, and I am just going to hit the edge of that a little bit. There we go. And that's ready to go. And I think I am ready for the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. Okay, I'm going to go grab that. I'll be right back. Okay. So here we go. This is the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. I'm going to squish out a little bit so it's not so up in your face. And first of all, we have the number 1 cutting plate. We have the number 2 cutting plate. Carolyn, hi. And then we have the number 3 cutting plate. Glad you can make it, my dear. So this is going to get cut out with the die. And so now I want to make sure that that's going to be in the spot where I want it. And you want to make sure that when it goes through there, that it's not going flat, because that's going to put a lot of pressure on your rollers, and you don't want to do that. Now I just messed up where I wanted this to be. That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to use the sticky part of my Post-it note, and I'm going to grab this piece. And we only have 2 things. We're die cutting today. And we're going to put the lid back on, or I mean the cutting plate number 3. And I kind of keep my cutting plate on the bottom, the one that gets cut, and the one that's on top is the pretty one. And once I go in, you could still see through it. It's not really cut up as bad as it could be. Go Vikes! Did the Vikings win? Because somebody on Facebook was they were very grumpy. And so I don't know if the Vikings won or not. Okay, so that is with a embossed edge around that. Whoops, I just smacked my light. Okay, and we'll take this one off. All right. And that cut out. And we are done with the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. So Carolyn, did you see my card that we're doing for the event at the end of February? Isn't that cute? And then it opens up. So this is good. I'm glad. This is a fun fold. This is not the fun fold that I'm talking about. So I hope you saw that. A lot of the colors are, bright and colorful, and I'm really having a good time with that. Okay, so here is the inside of our card, and we're going to put this on, and I am going to grab my silicone mat because, silicone mats, they are amazing when it comes to having that extra adhesive get on your glass mat. And your glass mat comes with a chamois that cleans off any of the gook that gets on there. I mean, it's amazing. All right, so I'm going to put this right here, right on the end. Good, I'm glad. All right, so then here, we're just going to cut that right off. I normally don't cut exact because sometimes, if you make a boo-boo and your measurements aren't exact, then you have an issue. I don't want to have an issue. So I'd rather, cut it at 4 inches and snip off a quarter or less than a quarter if it works out that way. All right, so this is Poppy Parade. We're going to give that a nice frame all the way around. Okay, so then now I'm going to take a drink for a second. All right. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to put this banner on here. Now, I saw a card by Julie Davidson that this gave me the inspiration. And I changed several things, but I really liked the card that she did, but I changed a lot of things, actually. You may not even recognize the card that you're like, I don't see the card that Joy got inspired by. Yeah, I have issue with, very rarely do I ever copy something exact, just because that's just who I am. All right, so this here is our early espresso, and we're going to put that right in the middle of our banner. Words are hard. Somebody should have gone, oh my goodness, by 2 points. Well, I'm glad Green Bay got their booty kicked. Neener, neener, neener. Okay. Then we're going to put this. I love this Sale-A-Bration Designer Series paper. Now, once I get things situated, we are going to be playing with this at my stamp camp. I don't have the date picked out yet, but it's going to be probably like the 3rd weekend in January. All right. So then that is right there. Okay. So then now we are going to put on dimensionals. And I love it when I get to break in a new pack of dimensionals. And I'm just going to use my take your pick tool. I don't have fingernails. This goes much faster for me. And I want to put one smack dab in the middle. And then at a slight angle, just stab and grab those backings. And they come right off. And they're not making a mess anywhere. All right, so then now, I think we're going to put that right on there. And then we are going to put, this is going to be a bumpy card. So whoever wins this card, it's going to be bumpy. That means it's going to have dimensionals on it. Okay, so that one is going to go right there. And this one, this is going to get one right there. Now the dimensional backing doesn't want to come off my finger. And I'm going to put that one right there. Okay. A piece of fuzz. Come on. All right, so then now this is going to go right there. So we're going to put a little bit of adhesive here. And then one right there. One right there. Stab and grab those backings. You could stab as many dimensionals as you want. No people. Just thought I would put that out there. Okay, so now, I mean, how flipping cute is that? I told you. Super, super cute. So the Designer Series paper is a free Sale-A-Bration paper, and it coordinates with something that's in the spring mini catalog. Now I'm going to put the lid back on my people poker. And I'm going to put on the ones that are kind of like, thank you, Sherry. I am going to put on my Sequins that coordinate with the, they're kind of like a fresh freesia, I would have to say. And right there. So we created a triangle. All right, then, so the Sale-A-Bration items that are for free for a $60 purchase would be the Designer Series paper and the purple adhesive backed sequins. Okay, so then now let's put on the Winkostella. Okay, so we're going to do, you want to leave the white white. Do not color over that unless you don't want to have the white parts showing, because you will reactivate the ink and you will smear it. Okay, so I'm going to grab, let's say, my Post-it note that I used earlier. Just going to go back in here. I didn't have to swipe off in between, but yeah, I have to say that the three are my favorite. There we go. Get off. I'll clean that off, and then we'll next go to the orange one, the pumpkin pie. Again, leave your white white. I really love the fact that the Winkostella is so easy to use, and it's a big wow factor. I mean, I think you could see that, right? The shimmer in there. Okay, let's go do the orange one. That is right here. Mike had the game on, the Vikings game on, and he ended up going to bed. But he was getting very vocal. And I told him, I said, when I do my Facebook Live, I do not want to hear you. So he went to bed. And he's in the other room, so if I can hear him sitting in here, you could probably hear him. All right, just flip this around. Come back at this toadstool. Okay. I think we're done with the Winkostella. So we got all our shiny mushrooms. Nancy, welcome. And then we have the inside. So if you, I'm gonna clean off. See, I don't know if you could see that, but there's some color there. That is where, that's the reason why you want to clean off, is because you don't want to transfer the color. So, who wants to get entered to win this card? So, all you have to do is do a thumbs up or a heart. And so a thumbs up or a heart, that gets your name entered to win this card. If you leave a comment, all you have to do is say hi. That will get your name entered into the drawing. And if you share this on your timeline, maybe you have a friend that's on your timeline that doesn't know what stamping is, and seeing this video might intrigue them. And then, so by you sharing it on your timeline, you're helping a friend out by introducing her to a new hobby, and you're also getting my name out there. So that helps me as well. So you have 4 different ways to get entered in to win this card. So I want to say thank you very much for hanging out with me on a Sunday evening. Now, don't forget, these products are available in my online store come January 7th, along with the free product that you get to choose for every $60. So that would be the designer series paper on here and the sequins. So again, we'll see you hopefully on Thursday. Depends on how busy it is. Oh, and it's going to be in the new year, isn't it? Yay! So hopefully, depends on how busy it is at work. I will be back on Thursday. So take it easy out there. Be safe. Have a great, happy new year and happy stamping.